a senior volunteer with Connecticut Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve. I'm here today to share some basic ESGR information with you, including your reemployment rights under the law when you return from military service. Please keep in mind this is a quick overview. If you have any questions about your rights or responsibilities, you can reach us through various means at any time. I will share that contact information at the end of this briefing. The National Guard and Reserve make up approximately 38% of our total armed forces. Not only do the reserve components support combat operations, they also support humanitarian missions, security cooperation exercises, and crisis responses both at home and around the globe. Many specialties in the armed forces are only available in the reserve component, so our National Guard and Reserve members are as important to our national security as they've ever been. Thank you for serving and for taking on this mission. Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve is a Department of Defense program that promotes cooperation and understanding between reserve component service members and their civilian employers. ESGR also mediates conflicts arising from an employee's military commitment backed by the Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, known as USERRA. The three core missions of ESGR are supported by state territory committees that are made up of more than 3,700 volunteers. Those volunteers hail from small businesses and industry, government, education, and prior military service. They bring a vast wealth of experience to assist in serving employers, service members, and their families. Our employer outreach mission works with employers to encourage their support for hiring and retaining service members. We offer employer programs such as boss lifts, employer briefings, and job fairs. We encourage employers to support their National Guard and Reserve members through the Statement of Support program and educate them on the law that governs employment and reemployment rights acts. We assist service members through their military outreach mission, educating them on rights and responsibilities. We also offer opportunities for them to recognize their supervisor or employer through our awards program. Lastly, our ombudsmen provide no-cost neutral mediation services designed to reduce or eliminate conflicts between service members and employers that may arise due to the service members' military duties. They serve as subject matter experts for the federal law that protects service members' employment and reemployment rights. No matter where you are from, we have volunteers who can assist you. Our website at www.esgr.mil lists contacts for every state and territory who are there ready to support you. The basic tenets of USERRA are: service members must be treated exactly like similar non-military employees who never left for military duty. Congress's intent was to ensure service members were not penalized in civilian employment because of their military duty. USERRA includes a 5-year limit in most cases for employment restoration rights. As mentioned on the previous slide, our ombudsmen are subject matter experts who can answer your specific questions regarding your employment and reemployment rights. We will have their contact information at the end of this presentation. To be eligible for rights under USERRA, you must be employed by an employer, you must have left your employer because of military service, and you must meet all of the following requirements. Provide prior notice to employer. You must provide prior notice to your employer that you will be performing military service. Notice may be verbal or in writing, but written notice is highly encouraged. Serve under honorable conditions. Your period of military service performed must be honorable or under honorable conditions. Dishonorable, bad conduct, other than honorable discharges, dismissal, and drops from the rolls forfeit USERRA protection. Return to work in a timely manner. After performing your military service, you must formally apply to return to work in accordance with these USERRA time guidelines. Don't mess with these timelines. If you miss them, your employer can consider you AWOL and use standard company policies to terminate employees who were absent without notice. To maintain reemployment rights under USERRA, you must report back to work or apply for reemployment in accordance with the following time schedule. 1 to 30 days of service. You must report back to work on the next scheduled workday after safe travel home and 8 hours of rest. 31 to 180 days of service. You must submit an application for reemployment within 14 days after your release from your period of service. 181 days or more of service. You must submit an application for reemployment within 90 days after your release from your period of service. You are entitled to use any portion of the time to apply up to the maximum time allowed, but you should coordinate your date of return with your employer. Though not required, you should submit your application for reemployment in writing. A sample application is available on our website at www.esgr.mil. If your employer goes above and beyond to support your military service, we have a number of ways to publicly recognize that support. The Patriot Award is presented to individual supervisors. You may nominate up to 4 supervisors. Service members cannot be nominated unless they are in a MilTech position or a civilian supervisor who happens to be a service member. All nominations are in recognition of what they have done for you as your civilian supervisor. The spouse of a guardsman or reservist may also nominate their supervisor for a Patriot Award. Though not required by law, many employers voluntarily assist National Guard and Reserve spouses who share the challenges of military service. Childcare, managing the household, and work schedules often have to be adjusted when one spouse leaves to serve our country. We want to recognize those supervisors who support those spouses keeping things going at home. The Above and Beyond Award is awarded to employers who adopt practices that are not required by USERRA and is given to employers who have at least one of their supervisors recognized with a Patriot Award. Generally, these employers have also signed or agreed to sign a statement of support. The Pro Patriot Award is presented annually by each ESGR state or territory committee to one small, one large, and one public sector employer in their area of responsibility. Employers who receive the Above and Beyond Award, who have had at least one supervisor honored with the Patriot Award, and who have signed a statement of support are eligible for the Pro Patriot Award. The 7 SEALs Award is presented in recognition of significant individual or organizational achievement, initiative, or support that promotes and supports the ESGR mission. Service members wishing to have their employer or other deserving individuals considered for the 7 SEALs Award should email their ESGR state or territory committee. The Secretary of Defense Employer Support Freedom Award is the highest award given by the federal government to employers for their support of military service. It is presented annually by the Secretary of Defense at a Pentagon ceremony to 15 employers from across the nation. Each year, between October and December, National Guard and Reserve service members or a family member acting on their behalf have the opportunity to nominate their employer for this prestigious award. You can learn more at www.freedomaward.mil. The Extraordinary Employer Support Award was created to recognize sustained employer support of the National Guard and Reserve Service. Only prior recipients of the Employer Support Freedom Award or the Pro Patriot Award who have demonstrated sustained support for 3 years after receiving one of those awards are eligible for consideration at the state or territory committee level. Subsequent awards can be given in 3-year increments from the initial award. Our Statement of Support program is the cornerstone of ESGR's efforts to gain and maintain employer support for the National Guard and Reserve. The intent of this program is to increase employer support by encouraging employers to act as our advocates through public events that highlight their support. ESGR conducts statement of support signing events at both the national, state, and territory level. If your employer is interested in signing a statement of support, they can request one at www.esgr.mil. The bottom line is that communication is the most important factor. You can never go wrong by communicating with your employer. Keep them informed on your military obligations as much as possible. Be sure to recognize your employer for their support. It goes a long way toward making future interactions regarding your military duty easier. If not for yourself, do it for your buddy. One bad experience with a guardsman or reservist can sour an employer towards hiring more. Don't be that person. If you need assistance, you can always use your local resources, but please don't be shy about contacting your Connecticut committee or our national headquarters. Even if you aren't sure if your question is an ESGR or USERRA related issue, we can get help to get you the right answers or connect you with the right people. Thank you very much for your attention today. If you have any questions, you can reach us through our website, phone, or email, or look for us on social media on Facebook at Connecticut ESGR or on Twitter at CT_ESGR.